foam's piled high. Slap it on the glass with the wet cloth. Slap, smeared the whole pane white with the lather. Couldn't see the street, just a soapy map. Squeegee waiting on the windowsill, and the radio kicked the morning into gear. Ooh. Pulled it down in one long clean swipe, and a stripe of the whole bright world came through. Foam goes on and the gray comes off, like I'm wiping last week clean off the paint. Holding window open into the sun, and the more I work, the more the day comes plain. The squeegee keeps the time, and I swipe it to the beat. Soap up to the wrist in a glass like air, and the streets all there at my feet. Did the top and the corners and the sill where the winter left its dust to stay. Bubbles sliding down and little races, bet on one and watch it win its way. Sun broke through where the glass went clear, and it landed warm across my face. Pulled it down in one long clean swipe, and a stripe of the whole bright world came through. Foam goes on and the gray comes off, like I'm wiping last week clean off the paint. Holding window open into the sun, and the more I work, the more the day comes plain. The squeegee keeps the time, and I swipe it to the beat. Soap up to the wrist in a glass like air, and the streets all there at my feet. Couldn't see a thing an hour ago, just a film of gray on the world out there. Took a bucket and a bead and a bit of foam to open up a window on the air. Foam goes on and the gray comes off, like I'm wiping last week clean off the paint. Holding window open into the sun, and the more I work, the more the day comes plain. The squeegee keeps the time, and I swipe it to the beat. Soap up to the wrist in a glass like air, and the streets all there at my feet. The last paint done, and the whole house bright. Tipped the bucket and the suds ran off, and the morning poured in clean and white. Pile in the sink from the night before. Tap runs hot and the steam clams up. Squeeze the bottle and the bubbles bloom. Built a little mountain in the cup. Plates lined up like an audience waiting. Sponge in hand and the radio low. Hips found the beat before I noticed, and the whole great chore just changed its tune. Circle on a plate like I'm spinning a record. Sides up to the elbow, foam on the chin. Hold tight kitchen, turn into a runway, and I'm working it, head to shin. Stacked and gleaming, 1 and 2 and 3, like a row of little moons in the rack. Nobody told the morning it was glamorous, but I dressed it up and I'm not looking back. Windows fogging where the warm meets cold. Drew a heart in it and let it run. Glasses catching all the kitchen light, throwing little rainbows when they're done. Stood there longer than the job required, just to keep the groove a minute more. Hips found the beat before I noticed, and the whole great chore just changed its tune. Circle on a plate like I'm spinning a record. Sides up to the elbow, foam on the chin. Hold tight kitchen, turn into a runway, and I'm working it, it up and I'm not looking back. Same old sink in the same old grind, but there's two ways to do a thing, they say. One that drags you under like a stone, and one that turns the dishes to a plate. I'm spinning a record, sides up to the elbow, foam on the chin. Hold tight kitchen, turn into a runway, and I'm working it, head to shin. Stack them gleaming, one and two and three, like a row of little moons in the rack. Nobody told the morning it was glamorous, but I dressed it up and I'm not looking back. Last place up to dry and the water drains, sink wipe down with the final swish. Whole bright kitchen sparkling clean, and a grin I didn't plan to wish. On a folded yellow cloth, old wood table gone dull as a fog. Worked it in with a circle and a hum. Watch the grain come up out of the smock. Stroke by stroke, the brown turned warm again, like the table held a secret all along. Elbow grease and a little side to side, and the whole dim room caught a shine off the wood. Rub a little harder and it gleams right back, like the morning's grinning up at me. Every pass I make leaves a sweeter glow, and the wood and I are even, fair and free. Caught my own face shining in the top, pulled a pose at the clock like it's a crowd. Funny how a tin and a rag and a beat make it sure feel like a thing to do out loud. Got the legs and the edges and the nicks, where 100 dinners left their marks. Didn't send them out, I left them there to shine them up till even scratches sparked. Step back once to see the whole thing breathe, and it looked like something out of a magazine. Elbow grease and a little side to side, and the whole dim room caught a shine off the wood. Rub a little harder and it gleams right back, like the morning's grinning up at me. Every pass I make leaves a sweeter glow, and the wood and I are even, fair and free. Caught my own face shining in the top, pulled a pose at the cloth like it's a crowd. Funny how a tin and a rag and a beat make it sure feel like a thing to do out loud. You can let a thing go gray and tired, or you can take a cloth and bring it round. Same amount of minutes either way, but one of them's got a better sound. Rub a little harder and it gleams right back, like the morning's grinning up at me. Every pass I make leaves a sweeter glow, and the wood and I are even, fair and free. Caught my own face shining in the top, pulled a pose at the clock like it's a crowd. Funny how a tin and a rag and a beat make it sure feel like a thing to do out loud. Got the tin Rubber gloves and a brush with a handle. Towels gone out in the bathroom light. Squirt of soap and a splash of warm water. Worked it up to a froth that's foaming white. Scrubbed in circles on the little squares, and the grime came up like it was glad to leave. Whole white wall going bright beneath the bristles, and the rhythm of the scrubbing took me over. Foam it up and watch the shine break through. Every tile a little mirror when it's done. Whole steam broom turning fresh and new, and I'm humming to the splash and the run. Knees on a towel and a grin on my face for a job that nobody's gonna see. But I'll know, and the tiles will know, and that's audience enough for me. Got the corners where the soap likes to hide. Got the grout gone gray with the years. Rinsed it down and the water ran off clear. Took the dough right off and left it cheered. Squeaked a finger down a clean white square, just to hear the sound of something done. Whole white wall going bright beneath the bristles, and the rhythm of the scrubbing took me over. Foam it up and watch the shine break through. Every tile a little mirror when it's done. Whole steam room turning fresh and new, and I'm humming to the splash and the run. Knees on a towel and a grin on my face for a job that nobody's gonna see. But I'll know, and the tiles will know, and that's audience enough for me. Some folks save the dancing for a Saturday night, for the lights and the crowd and the dressed up scene. But there's a floor show here on the bathroom tile, and the only star's a girl in gloves of green. Foam it up and watch the shine break through. Every tile a little mirror when it's done. Whole steam room turning fresh and new, and I'm humming to the splash and the run. Knees on a towel and a grin on my face for a job that nobody's gonna see. But I'll know, and the tiles will know, and that's audience enough for me. Peeled the gloves off, hung the brush to dry. Whole white room just gleaming back at me. Wiped my brow and took a little bow to a bathroom shining clean and free. Yeah. Spray on the mirror in a fine cool mist. Wiped it with a cloth in a figure eight. Streaks fought back for a stubborn second, then they gave it up and left it straight. Bottom corner caught a smudge I'd missed. Buffed it out and the whole thing cleared. Drew the cloth across in one last pass, and it sang that little squeak. That means it's done. Cloth on the glass with the high clean note, like a mirror saying thank you back. Whole foggy thing gone crisp and bright, and there's me in a grin and no streaks to track. Polished till it disappears to air where the gray was. Now there's only light. Some satisfaction's squeaks the sound alright. Moved along to the chrome on the tap, worked it till it threw the window back. Faucet shining like a brand new thing on a fixture that I long stopped looking at. Caught my own reflection in the steel, bent and silly, and I let it stay. Drew the cloth across in one last pass, and it sang that little squeak that means it's done. Cloth on the glass with the high clean note, like the mirror saying thank you back. Whole foggy thing gone crisp and bright, and there's me in a grin and no streaks to track. Polished till it disappears to air where the gray was. Now there's only light. Some satisfactions come up small and quiet, and this little squeaks the sound alright. Nobody hands you a medal for a mirror or a trophy for a faucet you make clean, but there's a quiet kind of proud that comes from a thing made clean enough to dream. Caught on the glass with a high clean note, like a mirror saying thank you back. Whole foggy thing gone crisp and bright, and there's me in a grin and no streaks to track. Polished till it disappears to air where the gray was. Now there's only light. Some satisfactions come up small and quiet, and this little squeaks the sound alright. Tuck the spray bottle back on the shelf, folded up the cloth gone gray with use. Whole bright bathroom shining like a coin, and a small clean proud I get to choose. Basin filling slow with the warm soak, going in with the careful pour. Whisked it round with the flat of my hand till the foam climbed up and asked for more. Sank my wrists in the soft white pile, and it closed around them light as air. Little bubbles drifting up and popping, each one carrying a bit of the gray away. Rings of foam when my hands go down, like the afternoon let out a sigh. Whole still kitchen warm with the steam, and the soft white quiet drifting by. The bubbles rise and go, and they take their time. Nothing in the world but the warm and the white, and a chore turns slow and kind. Lifted a cup from under the suds, let the foam slide off it clean. Held it up against the window light, cleanest thing these hands have ever seen. Set it gleaming on the towel to dry, dip back down for the next one slow. Little bubbles drifting up and popping, each one carrying a bit of the gray away. Rings of foam when my hands go down, like the afternoon let out a sigh. Whole still kitchen warm with the steam, and the soft white quiet drifting by. The bubbles rise and go, and they take their time. Nothing in the world but the warm and the white, and the chore turns slow and kind. We rush these things to get them gone, hands a blur to reach the other side. But there's a softness in the slowing down, a little piece the bubbles won't let hide. kitchen warm with the steam and the soft light quiet drifting by. The bubbles rise and go, and they take their time. Nothing in the world but the warm and the white, and the chore turns slow and kind. The last cup done, and the foam sinks slow. Pull the plug and the warm swirled out, and I watched the whole soft afternoon go. Set up by the morning window, shirt laid out, all crumpled and creased. Iron hissed and it spat a cloud of steam, and the wrinkles ran for the hills released. Pressed it down and I pushed it long and slow, and the cotton went smooth as a lake gone calm. Every pass leaves a clean flat road behind it, and the rumpled mess turns crisp beneath my hands. Steam goes up in a hiss and a sigh, and the creases vanish where I glide. Whole wrinkled shirt coming sharp and clean, like I'm pressing all the gray off the side. Collar crisp and the cuffs laid flat, sleeve so smooth you could skate across it. I'm the first one sharp on the door, reached for the next from the laundry stack. Sprayed a mist and I worked it down, watched the lines give up and not come back. Hips kept moving to the radio low, while the iron did its hissing thing. Every pass leaves a clean flat road behind it, and the rumpled mess turns crisp beneath my head. Steam goes up in a hiss and a sigh, out sharp enough to wear with pride. After a little heat and a little steam goes up in a hiss and a sigh, and the creases vanish where I glide. Whole wrinkled shirt coming sharp and clean, like I'm pressing all the gray off the side. Collar crisp and the cuffs laid flat, sleeve so smooth you could skate across it. Took a board and a cloud and a beat to make a wrinkled morning honest. Stood the iron up to cool it last, rolled sharp shirts hanging the brush and a pail. Kitchen floor gone sticky in the cracks. Back and forth, and the bristles found a rhythm. Scrubber scrub like a snare on the tracks. Phone went gray, and I rinsed it and went on. And the beat of it just carried me along. Didn't mean to make a music of it, but my arm kept time and my mouth picked up the tune. Back and forth and the floor keeps the beat. Brush against the tile like a brush on a drum. Hold all morning, turn into a number, and I scrub it out and hum where the words don't come. Sweat on my brow and a stripe of clean, spreading out behind me where I've been. Took a bucket and a brush and an empty house to find a song nobody's heard within. Reach the corner where the floor meets wall. Took the bristles in the line of grime. Whole gray seam came up a happy white. I rocked back, grin and keeping time. Slid the bucket over with my knee. Started up the rhythm once again. Didn't mean to make a music of it, but my arm kept time and my mouth picked up the tune. Back and forth and the floor keeps the beat. Brush against the tile like a brush on a drum. Hold all morning, turn into a number, and I scrub it out and hum where the words don't come. Sweat on my brow and a stripe of clean, spreading out behind me where I've been. Took a bucket and a brush and an empty house to find a song nobody's heard within. They wrote the work songs down in the fields and the mills and the docks and the rows of cane. 'Cause a rhythm makes the heavy go light, and a tune turns labor into something sane. Back and forth and the floor keeps the beat. Brush against the tile like a brush on a drum. Hold all morning, turn into a number, and I scrub it out and hum where the words don't come. Sweat on my brow and a stripe of clean, spreading out behind me where I've been. Took a bucket and a brush and an empty house to find a song nobody's heard within. Last square done and I sat back on my heels. Whole floor shining wet and clean. Tossed the brush in the gray old pail, and I'm humming still the tune between. Wrung it out in the handle, smooth and tall. Slid it out across the hallway floor. Long gray stripe of wet behind the head, and it swung me round and I gave it more. Held the handle like a partner's hand, and the radio came in loud and right. One step back and the mop steps with me, and the whole long hall just opened up to dance. Round we go on the wet shining boards, like the mop's a fella in a tux and tails. Whole drab hallway turning to a ballroom, and we glided out where the daylight pales. Dip it left and I sweep it to the right. Figure eights of clean across the wood. Nobody cuts and nobody cares that I'm dancing with a tucks and tails. Whole drab hallway turned into a ballroom, and we glided out where the daylight pales. Dip it left and I sweep it to the right. Figure eights of cleaner across the wood. Nobody cuts and nobody cares that I'm dancing with a mop and it's good. The music fades, and the floor's all bright. Stood the mop back up against the wall, and I bowed to my partner of the night. And the line strung tight, wet shirts heavy with the morning rinse. Shook one out with a snap in the air, pinned it up in the breeze, took its hints. Peg, peg, peg down the cotton row, little wooden clicks like a steady beat. Wind came through and it filled the whole line, and the laundry waved like a string of little flags. Sheets bellying out against the blue, like a row of sails on a clothesline sea. Whole back garden snapping in the breeze, and the smell of clean is everywhere on me. Clip and the basket goes light. Shirts all dancing where I hung them out. Oh, took a line and a peg and a gust of wind to fill up Tuesday morning up with shout. Socks in pairs going down the wire, pillowcase puffing like a sail at sea. Reached the end and the basket was empty, and the whole bright line was full and free. Stood back once to watch them all take wind. Whole soft alphabet of clothes in the air. Wind came through and it filled the whole line, and the laundry waved like a string of little flags. Sheets bellying out against the blue, like a row of sails on a clothesline sea. Whole back garden snapping in the breeze, and the smell of clean is everywhere on me. Clip and the basket goes light. Shirts all dancing where I hung them out. Took a line and a peg and a gust of wind to fill up Tuesday morning up with shout. Could have thrown them in a dryer in the dark, heard them tumble while I looked at a screen. But there's a thing for wind and sun do better that a machine has never seen. Sheets bellying out against the blue, like a row of sails on a clothesline sea. Whole back garden snapping in the breeze, and the smell of clean is everywhere on me. Clip and the basket goes light. Shirts all dancing where I hung them out. Took a line and a peg and a gust of wind to fill up Tuesday morning up with shout. Empty basket swinging from my hand, whole line full and waving in the sun. Leave them out to catch the bright all day, and I bring them in warm when the wind is done. Plate in one hand and the towel in the other. Turn it round and the water comes off clean. 1, 2, 3, and I cross to the cupboard. Set it on the stack with a porcelain sheen. Back to the rack for the next one waiting, and the count picks up like a tune I know. Towel turning a step to the shelf and back, and the whole plain kitchen's keeping triple time. 1, 2, 3, across triple time. 1, 2, 3 across the kitchen floor, carrying a saucer like a partner light. Hold him even and turn into a waltz, and the dish is spinning clean and white. Try it, twirl it, set it on the stack, sweep right back for the cup and start again. Took a sink of dishes and a towel to make a ballroom of a chore at 10. Same trip back and forth 100 times, from the rack to the shelf and round once more. But give it 3, 4 time and a bit of grace, and it's not a slog, it's something to adore. 1, 2, 3 across the kitchen floor, carrying a saucer like a partner light. Hold him even and turn into a waltz, and the dish is spinning clean and white. Try it, twirl it, set it on the stack, sweep right back for the cup and start again. Took a sink of dishes and a towel to make a ballroom of a chore at 10. Last cup home and the shelf is full and bright. Folded up the towel, hung it on the bar. Whole clean kitchen humming in the dark, and I waltzed it shut and left it as it are. Crumbs in a coffee ring on the counter, spray bottle cup like it's loaded to go. One clean mist and a sweep of the cloth, and the whole long surface caught a glow. Push the clutter to the side and back, wiped it down in a single graceful arc. Hip cocked out in the cloth in my hand like a clutch. In the kitchen turned to stage I didn't know I'd booked. Mist and a wipe and the counter goes sleek, like I'm sweeping down a runway in the light. Whole crumby mess gone glossy in a stroke, and I strike a little pose 'cause it came out right. Cloth held high like a magazine girl, one slick surface shining where I passed. Took a spray and a rag and a strat to make the morning kitchen high class. Did the stovetop with the flourish next, wiped the splatter off in one clean turn. Caught my own reflection in the steel, threw it a wink it didn't have to earn. Whole gray counter gleaming like a showroom, and I sashay to the sink to rinse the cloth. Hip cocked out in the cloth in my hand like a clutch. In the kitchen turned to stage I didn't know I'd booked. Mist and a wipe and the counter goes sleek, like I'm sweeping down a runway in the light. Whole crumby mess gone glossy in a stroke, and I strike a little pose 'cause it came out right. Cloth held high like a magazine girl, one slick surface shining where I passed. Took a spray and a rag and a strat to make the morning kitchen high class. Nobody's filming and there's no front row, just the toaster and the kettle for a crowd. But a little bit of flair in a boring chore makes a Tuesday worth doing out loud. Mist and a wipe and the counter goes sleek, like I'm sweeping down a runway in the light. Whole crumby mess gone glossy steady. Carrots in the colander to clean. Turn them under one and then another. Watch the dirt run off and leave them green. Same small motion over and again, and the rhythm of it settled in my chest. Rinse and turn and set it in the bowl and reach for the next and do the whole thing through. Round and round in the cool of the stream, like the water's keeping time with my hands. Whole quiet kitchen humming with the tap, and the loop of it is something close to grand. Pick it up and rinse it and it's clean. Set it down and pick another off the pile. Took a sink and a top and a handful of greens to turn a chore into a steady little while. Radish is gone bright beneath the rinse, red as candy when the grit was gone. Stack them shining in the wooden bowl, like a little harvest I had won. Hands gone cold and pink under the flow, and I didn't mind a single bit of it. Rinse and turn and set it in the bowl and reach for the next and do the whole thing through. Round and round in the cool of the stream, like the water's keeping time with my hands. Whole quiet kitchen humming with the tap, and the loop of it is something close to grand. Pick it up and rinse it and it's clean. Set it down and pick another off the pile. Took a sink and a tap and a handful of greens to turn a chore into a steady little while. There's a calm that comes from doing one thing over and over till the mind lets go. Not the kind they sell you on an app, the kind a running tap already knows. Round and round in the cool of the stream, like the water's keeping time with my hands. Whole quiet kitchen humming with the tap, and the loop of it is something close to grand. Pick it up and rinse it and it's clean. Set it down and pick another off the pile. Took a sink and a tap and a handful of greens to turn a chore into a steady little while. Last one rinsed and I turned the tap to off. Bowl piled high with the bright and clean. Shook the water from my pink cold hands, and I carried the calm out of the routine. Yeah. Feather the duster off the kitchen hook. Shelf gone soft with the film of gray. Flicked it once along the picture frames, and a cloud of it went dancing in the day. Sun came slanting through the window low, and it lit the whole thing up like falling stars. Wasn't expecting any kind of show, but the light caught the dust and it turned to gold. Little flecks all spinning in the beam, like the morning threw a handful of bright their colors one by one. Whole shelf brightening as I went, like I'm dialing up a thing that's barely begun. Each pass in another little galaxy, drifting through the gold across the room. Wasn't expecting any kind of show, but the light caught the dust and it turned to gold. Little flecks all spinning in the beam, like the morning through a handful of bright. Whole dull job of wiping down the shelves, turn a snow globe shaking in the light. Swept it off and watched the sparkles rise, floating slow on nothing in the air. Took a duster and a slant of sun, to find a glitter that was always there. Funny what you find inside a chore you'd have skipped if you could get away. A whole sky of little drifting lights that only show when the sun comes into play. Little flecks all spinning in the beam, like the morning through a handful of bright. Whole dull job of wiping down the shelves, turn a snow globe shaking in the light. Swept it off and watched the sparkles rise, floating slow on nothing in the air. Took a duster and a slant of sun, to find a glitter that was always there. Hung the duster back up on its hook, whole bright shelf gone clean and clear. Watch the last few sparkles settle down, and the morning held them soft and near. Soft yellow square all squishy in my fist, dipped it in the warm and gave a squeeze. Pressed it to the table, sticky sweet from breakfast. Wiped the whole thing down with the greatest ease. Spongy little thing just soaks it up, light as anything and twice as kind. Push it forward soft and it leaves it clean, and the whole sticky morning lifts away like crumbs. Soft and light like a slice on a plate, white and sweet across the kitchen wood. Whole gummy mess just gone in a stroke, and the surface comes up clean and good. Squeeze it out and it foams up white. Dip it back and I go again. Take a little square of soft and warm to make a frosting of the work. And then did the chairs where the jam had dripped. Got the high stool sticky little rungs. Sponge went soft and the grime went with it, singing low to the chore beneath my tongue. Whole bright table gleaming when I'm through, like a cake that's cooled and ready for the room. Push it forward soft and it leaves it clean, and the whole sticky morning lifts away like crumbs. Soft and light like a slice on a plate, white and sweet across the kitchen wood. Whole gummy mess just gone in a stroke, and the surface comes up clean and good. Squeeze it out and it foams up wide. Dip it back and I go again. Took a little square of soft and warm to make a frosting of the work. And then across the kitchen wood. Oh, gummy mess just gone in a stroke, and the surface comes up clean and good. Squeeze it out and it foams up wide. Dip it back and I go again. Took a little square of soft and warm to make a frosting of the work. And then the table's clean, and it shines like glaze. Rinse the little sponge and set it down, and I'm humming through the rest of the days. Mountain of warm clothes, fresh from the dry. Dumped it on the bed in a tangled heap. Picked the colors out and made them rose. Lights and darks and a pile of socks to keep. Shook a shirt out, folded it in three. Set it on the stack, all square and neat. Fold, fold, smooth, and a pat on the top. And the chaos turns to towers, nice and trim. Out of the mess come the little neat squares, like the laundry's lining up to take a bow. Oh, wild heap turning into order, and the order's something I can do right now. Match the socks and roll them into balls. Toss them in the drawer with a little flick. Took a hill of warm and a beat to it to make a mess come right and quick. Towels in a row like a fancy hotel. Teas in a stack you can measure with a square. Found a single sock without a partner. Set it on the side and didn't care. Oh, tangled basket smooth and out to rows. In the bed all neat where the chaos had been. Fold, fold, smooth, and a pat on the top. And the chaos turns to towers, nice and trim. Out of the mess come the little neat squares, like the laundry's lining up to take a bow. Oh, wild heap turning into order, and the order's something I can do right now. Match the socks and roll them into balls. Toss them in the drawer with a little flick. Took a hill of warm and a beat to it to make a mess come right and quick. Can't sort out the whole wide world today. Can't fold the news into a tidy square, but I can take this heap of warm and wild and make one corner neat and fair. Out of the mess come the little neat squares, like the laundry's lining up to take a bow. Oh, wild heap turning into order, and the order's something I can do right now. Match the socks and roll them into balls. Toss them in the drawer with a little flick. Took a hill of warm and a beat to it to make a mess come right and quick. Last shirt folded and the stacks all stand. Hold bed neat where the heap had spread. Carried them off in their tidy little towers, and the order followed me out of the bed. Basket on my arm and a lap to make around the room, picking up a stray book here, a mug there, a cardigan. Each one going back the proper way. Made a little circuit of the mess, and the radio kept me moving on my feet. Pick it up and walk it to its home. put a scattered room away. Second round and there's barely a thing, just a pin, a hairband on the chair. Whole space breathe and now it's got its order. And the light falls different, soft and fair. Stood there once in the middle of it, clean like the room, and I had come to an agreement. Pick it up and walk it to its home, and the room gets lighter every time around. Round I go and the clutter disappears like the floor remembers what it used to be. Holstered morning gathering itself, and each thing back in its place set something free. Cushion plumped and the blanket folded square. Magazines all squared up on the tray. Took a basket and a lap and a beat to put a scattered room away. Can't always tidy up the bigger things. The worry is piled up that won't go neat, but you can clear a floor and plump a chair and feel the small control beneath your feet. Round I go and the clutter disappears like the floor remembers what it used to be. Whole strewn morning gathering itself, and each thing back in its place set something free. Cushion plums and the blanket folded square. Magazines all squared up on the tray. Took a basket and a lap and a beat to put a scattered room away. Set the basket down by the door at last. Whole room clear and catching the day. Did a slow turn round to see it all, and I danced the empty basket away. Broom in hand and the kitchen's full of crumbs. Started in the corner where they hide. Long clean strokes pulling toward the middle. Built a little hill of the days outside. Swept it left and I swept it to the right, and the bristles found a swish that kept the beat. Whole arm swinging like I'm leading a band, and the floor came up beneath me clean and wide. Big bold stroke from the wall to the door, like I'm conducting all the dust to play. Whole gritty floor coming clean and clear, and I sweep the whole gray morning out the way. Pile it up and I catch it in the pan. Tip it out and I start the next clean row. Took a broom and a beat and a swinging arm to make a stage of the kitchen floor below. Got under the table and the chairs where the toast crumbs gathered overnight. Whole long room going smooth and bare, and the bristles whispering out of sight. Hips kept time with the back and forth, and the broom became a partner in the dance. Whole arm swinging like I'm leading a band, and the floor came up beneath me clean and wide. Big bold stroke from the wall to the door, like I'm conducting all the dust to play. Whole gritty floor coming clean and clear, and I sweep the whole gray morning out the way. Pile it up and I catch it in the pan. Tip it out and I start the next clean row. Took a broom and a beat and a swinging arm to make a stage of the kitchen floor kitchen door, the one with the little cherries on the bib. Looped it over and I tied it at the back in a bow I pulled just a touch too crisp. Smoothed it down the front and turned around. Caught myself in the window looking fine. Funny what a bit of pretty does when you're only cooking breakfast for yourself. Tie it on and the homie stands up straight, like the chore just turned into a role to play. Whole plain kitchen's got a leading lady now, and she's dressed for it. She came to slay the day. Pocket on the front for a wooden spoon, string cinched up and a bow, that means I'm here. Took a scrap of cloth with cherries on to make a star out of a morning deer. Flower on the bib by the time I'm through, and I wore the mess like part of the look. Wipe my hands on the front without a thought, 'cause that's the whole entire point of it. Took whole bright kitchen feeling like a set, and the apron string still snug around my waist. Funny what a bit of pretty does when you're only cooking breakfast for yourself. Tie it on and the homie stands up straight, like the chore just turned into a role to play. Whole plain kitchen's got a leading lady now, and she's dressed for it. She came to slay the day. Pocket on the front for a wooden spoon, string cinched up and a bow, that means I'm here. Took a scrap of cloth with cherries on to make a star out of a morning deer. Nobody's coming, nobody to dress for, just the eggs and the pan and the day. But you dress for yourself, or you don't bother, and I'd rather wear the cherries anyway. Tie it on and the homie stands up straight, like the chore just turned into a role to play. Whole plain kitchen's got a leading lady now, and she's dressed for it. She came to slay the day. Pocket on the front for a wooden spoon, string cinched up and a bow, that means I'm here. Took a scrap of cloth with cherries on to make a star out of a morning deer. Untied the bow when the work was done, hung it back up on the kitchen door. Whole bright morning cooked and cleared, and the cherries waiting for the day's encore. Slosh of the water as I dunk it down, wring it out and it splashes back in time. Slap of the wet head hitting the floor, and the bucket in the mop just found the rhyme. Plunk and a squeeze and a drag and a slap, and the kitchen's got a backbeat, go strong. Foot starts tapping to the sound it makes, and the whole wet chore turns into a jam. Splash on the two and the drag on the floor, like the bucket's playing bass to my groove. Whole damn kitchen knocking out a funk, and there's not a single part of me won't move. Dunk it down and the water keeps the time, ring it up and the squeeze becomes a snare. Took a pail and a mop and a sloshing beat to fill a Monday floor with flair. The bucket sloshes low, and I ride it where I go. Worked it out across the whole wet floor, every dunk a downbeat, every drag a slide. Oh, tight house just thumping with the rhythm, and I rolled that bucket the sound it makes, and the whole wet chore turns into a jam. Splash on the toot and the drag on the floor like the bucket's playing best of my groove. Whole damn kitchen knocking out a funk, and there's not a single part of me won't move. Dunk it down and the water keeps the time, bring it up and the squeeze becomes a snare. Took a pail and a mop and a sloshing beat to fill a Monday floor with flair. The bucket sloshes low, and I ride it where I go. Every tool in the house has got a sound. If you stop and let your ear go down, the bucket's bass and the mop's a brush, and the whole door towards a band in town. Splash on the toot and the drag on the floor like the bucket's playing best of my groove. Whole damn kitchen knocking out a funk, and there's not a single part of me won't move. Dunk it down and the water keeps the time, bring it up and the squeeze becomes a snare. Took a pail and a mop and a sloshing beat to fill a Monday floor with flair. The bucket sloshes low, and I ride it where I go. The floor's gone shine, and the beat winds down. Tip the gray water down the drain, and I carried the funk through the rest of town. Whole week's worth in a wrinkled pile. Said I get to it, and here I am. Plugged it in and I let it climb too hot. Laid the first one flat and smoothed it calm. Pressed the back and the front and both the sleeves, and it came out sharp enough to stand on its own. Slid it on a hanger, hooked it on the rail, and the pile got smaller and the row got long and proud. One more done and it's hanging in the line like a little wind, you can see across the room. Whole rumpled wheat coming crisp and straight, and I'm pressing back the gray, I'm pressing back the gloom. Count them up as they fill the rod, each one sharper than the last I did. Took a pile of wrinkled, dreaded chore to stack up pride like a kid. Halfway down and the pile's nearly gone. Found a rhythm in the press and the lift. Radio playing something with a swing, and my hips joined in a little gift. Whole long rail of sharp and ready shirts like a closet's worth of morning set to go. Slid it on a hanger, hooked it on the rail, and the pile got smaller and the row got long and proud. One more done and it's hanging in the line like a little wind, you can see across the room. Whole rumpled wheat coming crisp and straight, and I'm pressing back the gray, I'm pressing back the gloom. Count them up as they fill the rod, each one sharper than the last I did. Took a pile of wrinkled, dreaded chore to stack up pride like a kid. Put it off for days because it loomed big and dull and heavy in my head, but the doing of it's lighter than the dread, and the rail fills up with grist instead. One more done and it's hanging in the line like a little wind, you can see across the room. Whole rumpled wheat coming crisp and straight, and I'm pressing back the gray, I'm pressing back the gloom. Count them up as they fill the rod, each one a chore to stack up pride like a kid. Last one hung and I stood the iron up. Whole bright rail of sharp and clean. Ran my hand along the row of shirts and I grinned at the weak eye, beaten clean. The pan last night, black ring stuck like it meant to stay. Let it soak and I came back swinging, steel wool ready for a scrubbing day. Round and round on the stubborn spot, and it fought me for a minute, then it gave. Little by little the black came loose and a coin of silver started showing through. Scrub it down to the bottom, throws the light like the pan's been waiting to shine all along. Whole black ring lifting off in flakes, and the silver underneath was never gone. Hey, held it up and it caught the window hole. Through the whole bright kitchen, back at me. Took some elbow and a beat and a bit of nerve to dig a gleam out of the debris. Rinsed it off and the water ran it clear. Dried it with a cloth till it sang. Set it on the rack with the others shining. Whole proud row of them, clang on clang. Caught my face in the curve of the steel, stretched and silly and I let it grin. Little by little the black came loose and a coin of silver started showing through. Scrub it down to the bottom, throws the light like the pan's been waiting to shine all along. Whole black ring lifting off in flakes, and the silver underneath was never gone. Hey, held it up and it caught the window hole. Through the whole bright kitchen, back at me. Took some elbow and a beat and a bit of nerve to dig a gleam out of the debris. Could have thrown it out and bought another, called it ruined, called it done. But there's a thing that comes from bringing back a gleam you thought you'd never see again. Hard one. Scrub it down to the bottom, throws the light like the pan's been waiting to shine all along. Whole black ring lifting off in flakes, and the silver underneath was never gone. Hey, held it up and it caught the window hole. Through the whole bright kitchen, back at me. Took some elbow and a beat and a bit of nerve to dig a gleam out of the debris. Hung it up where the morning hits it. Whole bright bottom throwing back the day. Ran my thumb across the gleaming steel, and I left it shining where it lay. Took it all down off the clutter shelf, jars and books, and a thing or two of glass. Wiped the wood and then I started over, lining them by color, height and class. Tall ones here and the little ones in front. Spines all turned to face the morning out. Step back once to see the way it's sat, and it looked like something out of a glossy spread. Line them up and the whole shelf comes alive, like a window in a shop downtown. Old jumbled mess, turn a tidy little scene, and it didn't cost a thing to settle down. Move the green one left and the gold one right till the set on the end. Turned a candle so the label faced away. Whole arrangement clicking into taste, like the shelf that waited for this all the day. Caught the sun across the lined up jars, and it lit them up like bottles in a bar. Step back once to see the way it's set, and it looked like something out of a glossy spread. Line them up and the whole shelf comes alive, like a window in a shop downtown. Whole jumbled mess turned a tidy little scene, and it didn't cost a thing to settle down. Move the green one left and the gold one right, till the colors run a rhythm down the row. Took a dusty shelf and an eye for it, to make a magazine of what I know. Same exact things that were there before, same old jars and the same old books, but a little care in the way they sit turns a mess into a thing of Line them up and the whole shelf comes alive, like a window in a shop downtown. Whole jumbled mess turned a tidy little scene, and it didn't cost a thing to settle down. Move the green one left and the gold one right, till the colors run a rhythm down the road. Took a dusty shelf and an eye for it, to make a magazine of what I know. Stood back grinning at the finish row, whole bright shelf like a page to frame. Snapped a photo just to keep the look, and I danced off humming all the same. Mm-mm. Bottle in my fist with the trigger ready, window wearing a week of city gray. Pumped it twice and the mist came fine and cool. Wiped it down and watched the dull give way. Streaks gone clear in a couple of clean passes, and the whole bright street came swimming into view. Trigger finger going like a little drum, and I spray and wipe and spray and grin again. Pump and a swipe and the glass disappears like there's nothing but the morning in the frame. Whole gray pane gone clear, enough for sky, and there's me in the last of it the same. Spritz, spritz, and the rhythm keeps me moving. Cloth going circles to the beat I'm in. Took a bottle and a rag and a little groove to clear the world and catch my grin. Did the big pain and the little side ones too. Got the smudge where the cat had pressed her nose. Whole front room flooding up with light, like I opened up the lid the morning chose. Caught my own reflection going clear, grinning at the girl who'd done the work. Trigger finger going like a little drum, and I spray and wipe and spray and grin again. Pump and a swipe and the glass disappears like there's nothing but the morning in the frame. Whole gray pane gone clear, enough for sky, and there's me in the last of it the same. Spritz, spritz, and the rhythm keeps me moving. Cloth going circles to the beat I'm in. Took a bottle and a rag and a little groove to clear the world and catch my grin. Couldn't see the sky an hour ago, just a film of the week across the pane. But a couple pumps and a cloth and a beat, and the whole bright morning's mine again. Pump and a swipe and the glass disappears like there's nothing but the morning in the frame. Whole gray pane gone clear, enough for sky, and there's me in the last of my grin. The glass is gone. Just the sky and me. Set the bottle down on the windowsill, and I grin.